Hello, in this video I'm going to talk about standard form, also known as scientific notation, as shown here in the syllabus. Every number, no matter how big or small, can be written in a standard way. The standard way is called standard form, also called scientific notation. Standard form involves writing any number as a number between 1 and 10, multiplied by a power of 10. So for example, 2,750 can be written as 2.75, that's the number between 1 and 10, multiplied by 10 to the power of 3, that's the power of 10. So in general, the standard form is stated as a times 10 to the power of k, where a is a number between 1 and 10, and k is an integer. And an integer is a positive, negative, or a zero whole number. The notation KEZ also means that k is an integer, and it's read as k is a member of z. Z is the set of integers, and E is the Greek letter epsilon. If the number to be written in standard form is bigger than 1, then k, the power of 10, will be positive, a positive integer, as shown in the example here. I'll just verify that by typing it in for you. So 2.75 multiplied by 10 to the power of 3, 2,750. If the number to be written in standard form is smaller than 1, then k, the power of 10, will be negative, as shown in this second example here. 0.05 is smaller than 1, so the power of 10 is negative. And I'll just verify that on the calculator as well. So 5 multiplied by 10 to the power of negative 2, 0.05. And finally, negative numbers work in exactly the same way as positive numbers. So negative 300, for example, will be written as negative 3 times 10 squared. I type that in for you. Negative 3 times 10 to the power of 2, negative 300. If the result of a calculation is a very big or very small number, your calculator will automatically give the result in standard form, scientific notation. However, instead of writing the result in the form a times 10 to the power of k, it displays the result in the form a e k. And e means times 10 to the power of. In this calculator, when I type in 750,000 multiplied by 630 million, it displays the result as 10 to the power of 14. But on your calculator, when you type it in, it will display the result as e plus 14. Remember that e means times 10 to the power of. And note, in the IB examination and in your internal assessment, you must not write using e, as it is a calculated notation, and you must use the correct standard form. To enter numbers in standard form on your calculator, you can use the EXP button at the bottom. For example, to enter 2.75 times 10 to the power of 3, you simply type in 2.75 and then press the EXP button at the bottom and then press 3. Or if you wish, you can simply use the power button. For example, to enter 6.2 times 10 to the power of negative 2, and type in 6.2, and then times, and then type 10, and use the power button. And put negative 2. 0.062. You can change the display on your calculator so that all results are shown in standard form, scientific notation. And to do this, you need to change the mode from normal to scientific. So if we press Shift and then the menu to go to Setup, and then scroll down until we get to the display option, and change from normal to scientific by pressing F2. Then we have to select the number of significant figures to round to, so we select 3. Press Execute, and then press Exit. So now if I type in 2750 and press Execute, the display will be in standard form. Similarly, if I type in 0.062 and enter that, the display will again be in standard form. Just remember to change the mode back to normal when you're finished working in standard form, scientific notation. Again, to do that, press Shift and menu to get into Setup, and scroll down or up to get to display, and this time select F3. Go back to normal and press Execute. In this question, we're given the populations of the German cities Munich and Frankfurt in 2017 and asked to find how many more people lived in Munich than in Frankfurt, given our answer in standard form. So if we first take the population of Munich and convert it into a normal number. And if we do the same for the population of Frankfurt, as shown here. Of course, both those conversions could have been done on the calculator. Typing in 1.43 times 10 to the power of 6, entering that. Similarly, type in 7.76, and press the EXP button, followed by the 5, given the population of Frankfurt. Then if we subtract to find the difference in the populations, 1,430,000, take away 776,000. And then if we convert that number into standard form, we get 6.54 times 10 to the power of 5. Again, that calculation could have been done on the calculator by first putting the calculator into standard form mode, Shift, menu to get to Setup, and change the display to scientific. Again, we'll choose 3 significant figures. And then we can pick up the previous answer here, the answer for the difference, by pressing the answer key, so Shift, answer. And then if we just enter that answer again, it will reconvert it into standard form. Now, the easiest way to do the question is to type the calculation all in on one line. So putting a bracket around the first number, 1.43, again you press EXP at the bottom, 6, close the bracket for that number, subtract 7.76, 10 to the power of 5, close the bracket for that number. And since the calculator is in scientific mode, when I press Execute, the answer will be displayed in standard form. So in 2017, 6.54 times 10 to the power 5, more people lived in Munich than in Frankfurt. In this question, we have to find the volume of the computer chip, given our answer in the form a times 10 to the k, where a is between 1 and 10, and k belongs to the set of integers. In other words, in standard form. So if we start by stating the formula for the volume of a cuboid, and then substitute in the values of length, width, and height. We can rearrange the terms, put in the decimal numbers first and the powers of 10 second. Then multiplying the decimals together and add in the powers of 10. Alternatively, again, just type the whole calculation on one line. Again, I'll put a bracket around the length, 1.5, press the EXP button, then -7, close that bracket, multiply it by the width, 2.44, power of -6, and finally multiplying that by the height, 2.15, press the EXP button, and -4. And again, because my calculator is in scientific mode, and I press execute, so the answer will be displayed in standard form. So the volume of the computer chip is 7.869 times 10 to the power of -17 meters cubed.